Some of us love the intricate ritual that is pulling a shot of espresso. Weighing our dose, RDT, distribution, tamping, every step feels like an integral part of the espresso experience. Some, though, just want their dang coffee, and sooner rather than later. Even if you love the process of pulling a shot, you know just how valuable it is when you can remove any given step or variable from your routine. When it comes to streamlining your workflow, grind-by-weight grinders are an often overlooked ally, so let's look at some of their biggest benefits. The first benefit of these grinders is painfully obvious. You get to save time by skipping the process of weighing your coffee. That said, it's easy to overlook just how much time you spend weighing your coffee. If you're used to single dosing, weighing and grinding your beans can easily make up half the length of your routine. Or even more, especially if you have the neurotic and somewhat pointless tendency to dose exactly 20.00 grams every time. Not that I know anything about that. Even if you're used to the convenience of time dosing, you'll be familiar with having to recalibrate your time setting every time you change your recipe, grind setting, coffee, basket, whatever. With a grind-by-weight grinder, you get to skip all of this. This can save a fair amount of time in a home, but particularly in a cafe or office setting, these things yield both massive time savings and effortless consistency. The place I see the biggest benefit is when dialing in. I swear I can dial in a grind-by-weight grinder in about half the time. Setup for all of these grinders is pretty quick and straightforward, and once you've got them set up, you pretty much don't need to think about your dose ever again. That said, if you happen to miss a step along the way, you could set yourself up for a confusingly inconsistent experience. Here are a few tips for setting up your grind-by-weight grinder using this Mignon Libra as an example. The first and most important step is placing your grinder on a solid level surface. You're probably already doing this, but even a slightly flexible surface or an off-level table can allow for vibrations that will throw off the internal scale. Properly adjusting the portafilter forks is key. I find it easiest to just pinch the portafilter between them with one hand while I thread the screw with the other. You'll want to make sure the portafilter is snug, but not so tight that it's difficult to insert or remove. We also find that a dosing funnel can be really helpful for getting the portafilter seated properly, and it also does wonders for making sure every bit of coffee ends up in the basket. We carry a handful of grind-by-weight grinders that suit a pretty wide variety of different use cases, so let's give them all a brief introduction. The Baratza Sette 270WI and Vario W are without a doubt the most affordable grind-by-weight grinders you can find that are truly suitable for espresso. The Sette is more espresso-focused and sports conical burrs, whereas the Vario can conveniently grind for any brew method under the sun and sports flat burrs. They're both perfect for home baristas that want the convenience of a built-in scale and aren't necessarily trying to outcompete the cafe down the road. From Eureka, we have 3 grinders: the Mignon Libra, the Atom 65W, and the Atom 75W. The Libra is still a home-focused grinder like the Baratza offerings, but it's built almost entirely out of metal and is much quieter. The Atom 65 and 75W are powerful commercial grinders that also just happen to be lovely at home. Their large 65 and 75mm burrs produce some of the best espresso you could hope to drink, and they're shockingly fast and quiet. These two Mahlkönigs, the E65 and E80W, are true commercial beasts. You may have already encountered these in the wild at a coffee shop, and I'd be willing to bet it was a pretty nice coffee shop. They feature active cooling, a patented burr distance monitoring system, and grind adjustment is done by wire, with a motor doing the precision work for you. I guess their logo is a crown for a reason. If you want to streamline your espresso workflow, serve up drinks at maximum efficiency, or just make your bar a little more accessible to guests, grind-by-weight grinders are a great way to cut time without cutting any corners. I hope this video helped you decide if these more automated machines are for you. For more gear overviews and espresso experiments, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.